Hello everyone. Today we have with us Chanakya. Chanakya has done his BTech in computer science. Then he has done his advanced management program in business analytics, which is a 15 months intensive program in the space of analytics. All right. And then when it comes to experience, Chanakya worked with First Tech Incorporation. He worked in the space of project design, where he designed a lot of AI solutions. And as of now, as we speak, he is working for Apple via Wipro and is working as senior graph database developer. So graph data, graph analytics is becoming very famous nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
Neo4j, Cypher, so on and so forth. And because he started off his journey designing web applications for City of Beverly Hills, he has that know-how of end-to-end solution building. Right. Thank you so much, Chanakya, for pulling off time from your busy schedule and willing to share your experiences. So the first question is, Chanakya, a lot of people, because of this AI, Gen AI wave, it's already into our lives, but still, a lot of people want to know what are a few of the real world projects that are handled. Given that you have knowledge on graph data, which is very niche field, I should say, would you like to throw a few of your experiences, or would you like to share a few of your experiences with us?
Yeah, thanks for that great introduction, Bonnie. It's pretty. Thanks for that. And the question which you asked was pretty great question. And for this particular question, I need to answer very thoughtfully, coming to data science and graphs and all other fields also. So coming to my work, which sides with graph data science and graph engineering, it's actually interaction of data engineering, knowledge graphs, and AI. I have been seeing a major shift in how companies connected and make sense of the data, especially with large-scale Neo4j systems. We are not just processing data anymore. We are uncovering hidden relationships, resolving duplicates, enriched pipelines, and tuning raw information into real, actionable insights. Now, AI is defining, transforming industries. In sectors like fintech or parts of healthcare, it's working incredibly well, especially for well scoped problems like fraud detection or diagnostics, where the data is clean, structured, and history plays a big role here. But story is different if it comes to complex environments like pharma or enterprise product development, which actually I am doing now and in my previous companies also with Beverly Hills. The major issue is when we are dealing with the enterprise products, AI is still considered as a hype in the market for these particular sectors. To be frank, I had one-on-one section with technical head of one of major pharma company, and they told me they actually paused their AI and ML effort in core operations almost all 2 years ago, just because the models and the accuracy is not that trustworthy, because in that particular industry the accuracy is so high and AI models just aren't there yet. And when it comes to enterprise applications, building AI driven futures is still expensive and fragile. You're dealing with licensing costs, GPU infrastructure, orchestrating across APIs and models, and that's where traditional SDLCs starts fall short here. So I actually came up with our own internal technology, which is called integrated concept ML-SDLC. Essentially, a integrated SDLC for AI native product, because standard SDLCs are now working for enterprise products where we need to tailor almost all the things into one pipeline. So because here you're not just building code, you're stitching together models, data flow, and pipelines into cohesive systems, so that complete system can work in one web application or one application where you're tailoring all the things in one particular sector. So that is the major things which we are doing in Graph or any other products related to Apple through Wipro.
Wonderful, wonderful, Chanakya. So you're saying that wherever you have structured data, data which doesn't have a lot of complexity, etc., the regular algorithms can work. However, when it comes to complicated scenarios where there are a lot of nodes, a lot of edges, etc., in those kind of scenarios and in those kind of industries, graph data analytics works better.
Yeah.
Right? Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that experience. And also, the part which you have discussed, the not the typical SDLC, integrated machine learning driven SDLC.
Yeah.
Because for an enterprise level application, your solution should interact with a lot of other applications. So you need a lot of APIs and all of that. Wonderful, wonderfully articulated. So the second question is, Chanakya, if you were to hire someone, right, what are the kind of skills that you would check? And when will you actually give an offer to them?
Yeah, this is also critical question because aspirants are looking instant solutions in this particular field, and everyone is thinking AI is just about training model or using the latest libraries, then we can go ahead. But the reality is we need to understand the problems and we need to try to solve, and the mindset is very critical here. We need to understand the problem and articulate the pain points of the client in a right way and design best practices for the clients also, because I already mentioned these days implementing artificial intelligence projects into enterprises is pretty expensive than previous, because human resources are pretty less, the resource cost is very less. But apart from human resources, the other resource costs are very high because you're dealing with licensing and all the things, right? So you need to have a proper knowledge, and the artistry thing should be there in this, where in future I think only artists can do all the machine learning things, because prompt engineering need huge creativity, and integrating other models and stitching it, you need more creativity. So I least consider whether that guy is know how to code or not. I am just consider how he can understand and articulate his pain points of the client. That is the one main go-to point where I am trying to see.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful, Chanakya. That thought itself is very unique and very different. So now I was arguing with one of my friend, right, that if you know English, you will be able to build AI, Gen AI solutions. And then he was like, if I know English, how can I do that? Then I told that today, if you ask me, I would like to hire someone who has done BA English, Bachelor of Arts in English, right? As opposed to hiring someone who is a computer science grad. Why? Because the guy who has done BA, Bachelor of Arts in English, he'll be able to formulate better prompts, he'll be able to think in an artistic manner and accomplish.
Yeah.
That is what you were saying.
Mm.
Artist will be able to build a better AI solution. Wow.
Than the
Amazing
regular
argument.
developers. Yeah.
Amazing argument to argue upon, right? Wonderful. Because there'll be, and also another important point that you have raised is one should be well versed with what will be the license cost, right? What will be the GPU cost? What if you're using a cloud service and if you're using multiple services within a cloud platform, how much will it cost, right? For
Yeah.
training, what kind of GPU or instance do you need? For inference, what do you need? How much will it cost per run of prediction? How much will it cost?
Yeah.
How much energy is it going to consume? All these are extremely critical points, and if someone can focus on all these aspects, they will truly differentiate themselves from the other people.
Yeah, that is true. And the other thing is, because of gap in the resources where they can't understand these complete points, even main product-based companies are also declining their regular machine learning products because of this reason. Because there's a gap between understanding the resources, what they are getting into the onboard while they are doing the project, and while coming out for the projects also, the success rate is getting declined compared to last 2 years. Because initially, if you remember, while we are doing masters in machine learning and all, at that time we used to get notes like almost all 30% of the machine learning projects will get success. But while like before 2 years, it got increased, like 60 to 70% of the machine learning projects are getting success just because fintech industry is much clear in that, and more operations are happened in fintech and healthcare domain. But now that got saturated because lots of people are doing that. But coming to the proper end user solutions, like you are dealing with the applications, mobile apps or web applications, where you are trying to integrate your learning inside your app, that is becoming much tougher, and where we are not there yet. That's what I can say. We are not still there yet. And one closing point that I can say is, it happens when we find the right balance between human expertise and machine learning intelligence. So that's how machine learning will get matured. So
Absolutely. Well said. Well said. All these are very, very valid points. No doubt about that. Yeah. Good. I'm really very happy to have had this conversation with you, Chanakya. Thanks for sharing your experiences on the graph data, and thanks for giving a different perspective about art and an artist accomplishing a better AI solution. Right. Thank you so much once again, and all the very best for your future. Do stay in touch, Chanakya.
yeah, thanks a lot, Bunny, for that. And thanks. And I can see you're trying to get new different sector in this, because I have seen lots of fintech and healthcare industries are coming in inside the data science talks, not the product builders or product designers. So yeah, thanks
Thank you.
for
Thank you for
having me
bringing
here.
Thank you for bringing in different perspective altogether. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.